Greetings, fellow Demon Slayers. This is Taimanin Mari in TAC, and we are here today with another Action Taimanin video. And for today, I'm gonna bitch and rant, because of this announcement. I don't like it. You'll see
For one
why.
thing, though, you hate it, though.
Yeah, for one specific reason. But anyway, we have this nice little spring thing. It says Action Taimanin Near Future Shinobi Batla Spring Season. Alright, spring is around the corner. Will there be something new for Action Taimanin? Don't fret, because Action Taimanin has lots prepared. Free gotchas, a new fucking facility, and various events for all new returning and current players, and no endgame. It says March 8th, get ready to be amazed. Alright, so, the free gotchas, whatever, that's cool, that's never a bad thing, but it depends what gotchas they are, right? If it's some bullshit banners or some janky banner just for this event with some crappy supporter, I'm not really too excited about that. Or if they just give us a bunch of rare tickets, it's not gonna be that good. But like, we'll see what that is when it gets here. I'm not gonna worry about the free gotchas. Various events. It depends on what they bring back, or if they're repeating events.
I'm hoping Uniguma. I'm hoping for that at the very least.
Because it doesn't say returning events, it says various events.
Yeah, it's various. So I'm guessing a brand new and old, I'm guessing.
Or it could be like another like waifu war setup.
That won't be that bad.
Because I don't. Yeah, various events doesn't tell us anything. It's rather vague.
It's super vague, so we don't know about that. But we'll see what happens with that one.
But whatever those events are, they're expecting them to be useful to new players, returning players, and current players. So, depending on how they are, we'll judge later if they actually have all three groups in mind. Because, I mean, Grimory, it's really hard to please all three groups of players. Like, if you please veterans, you're most likely not going to please new players. And you're probably not going to please returning players because they've fallen behind. And then, if you please returning and new players, you'll probably not please the veterans. You get what I'm saying? So, it's hard to please everybody because we're all in different situations in the game and we want different stuff. Like, new players and returning players probably left because they weren't getting enough gems and they want that. Veterans want... Well, we want more gems also, but we also want in-game. And I was already, like, put off by this because it said nothing about in-game. So yeah, now we're going to talk about... Oh my god.
The main problem with
the main offender in the room. A new facility? Like, did last year, like, not happen? Like, did you not see how much we hated Dispatch? And how much we hated the exchange? And you're making a new facility. Alright, so, there's maybe there's more than one way, but there's one way off the top of my head that Tack and I could think of that this goes good. So, if the facility is just like a supporter facility where you level up your supporters, kind of like what we have for the weapons, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine because it's like, because I know for a fact for newer players, it's very difficult for them to level up the supporters because they don't have the books early on. That's perfectly fine. If it's just that, to level up the supporters, like how they have the weapons, yeah, that's perfectly fine. We would not bitch about that because that's more for newer players.
Yeah, it doesn't really help veterans because we all have a bunch of books, but like, I remember when I started out and it was a pain to just get the gold books, especially because I didn't have AP pots like that. And it was like, it was like I needed my books. So, yeah, giving new players a way to level their ultra rare supporters with the gold books, if that's what this facility is, like, not needing the books and just throwing them in a facility is a good thing, and that I'll applaud. But there's also a million ways this could go wrong. So there were a bunch of, like, things said, and like in my community tab and in my server. So, one, like, I don't remember who said what, because it kind of became a little bit of a topic when this announcement came out yesterday. But basically, one thing was said, like, imagine it costs 1,000 gems, because Dispatch, if everyone remembers, that last spot cost 500 gems. So what if they add a 1,000 gem price tag to this? That would suck.
The thing is, though, my biggest biggest question is what the heck could it be though? Like that's the thing though. I don't know what other facility they can add really for the game.
Well,
Like we already have.
okay, so they could use it to take gyms away from us. So like what I was just saying, it could have a gym cost tied to it. They could add a lot of things. They could add a way to find, like, I don't know, craft awakening crystals. They could add, maybe it's a way to get crafted outfits easier, which wouldn't be too bad, like if I think about it, but it depends on how you do it. This all depends on how they implement it, right? Like, it could also be something ass, like it could be like, oh, now you could use this facility to make ultra rare Magatamas, and I think a bunch of people would just quit if that happened. Because I know, like, I'm happy with my super rare Magatama. I do not want them to suddenly throw ultra rares at me.
Because the thing is, if they for some reason make ultra rare Namatagas and they're locked behind that facility, that would be really crappy. Because the thing is, if it's like, okay, you might as well just add a new difficulty to time attack so people can at least get a shot of getting them. Like, at least getting a shot of those Namatagas if they do decide to implement the ultra rare variants, but
I just don't, dude, I don't know what the fuck their problem is, man. It's like, we tell them exactly what we want, constantly, and they just do whatever the fuck anyway. It's, oh, we want in-game, we want tower to repeat. Oh, here's a new facility, you guys love exchange, right? It's like, how do you come, like, who there is coming to this conclusion? Like, I feel like it's just like the guy who made the Asuka supporter again. He's just like, oh, well, they sure loved my Asuka support. Let me show them my new facility. Like, he just has a bad day at work, and he just puts something bullshit in the game. And then the other thing with the facility is you're not safe to use it. Because if it takes anything that you've been holding on to, or you have a lot of, you have to worry about, like, saving it. Because last year what they did is they added this freaking exchange facility. Let me go to the game. They added this trash-ass exchange facility here. And, like, people were throwing stuff at it. Like, they were throwing, like, you know, because for anyone who doesn't know, when the game came out, every week everyone got a super rare ticket for like 3 or 4 months. It was a long time, like, before they stopped giving them to us. I think it was like, what, 2 or 3 months? Where they just gave us a super rare ticket every weekly login at the end of the week. So everybody who was a launch player had a crap ton of super rares. We had a crap ton of rares, and when this came out, people were like coming in here and they were trying to exchange up the super rares to turn them into ultra rares and try to fish for ultra rares. Because they were like, oh cool, there's a facility, I can get rid of all this useless garbage. And then a month later they added like enchanting, and now those people needed those super rares. So they pretty much put this in the game to take our stuff away from us, to make enchanting harder, to force us to have to pay for enchanting. Because you're going to want to enchant because it makes you stronger. So, like, if they had something like any facility, I wouldn't use it right away. Because I would be scared to, because I don't know what they're going to do later to make me need stuff that I'm putting into it. Like, am I making sense?
No, it makes sense what you're saying, because the thing is, like, here's the big problem, is that the exchange facility for the supporters and for the weapons, because they're both for supporters and weapons, the problem with them, though, is that they basically... That facility was introduced, and people were like, "Oh wow, we can actually get like old supporters, get one copy of them, or get like the gacha pull Yun or Spica, because people would want those." The problem was, and here's the big one, is that after that they introduced, like a month or two later, they introduced enchantment, which requires when you basically the supporter or the weapons disenchantment materials to basically make the weapons or the supporters stronger. But because that ended up happening, a lot of players are like, oh, no one's gonna need this, and then they added tower a few months later, and then it's like, oh, now we need to enchant now. So it's like it kind of screwed everyone over basically who used the facility.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, it's like I don't even trust whatever they add at this point. The other thing is, this facility is garbage. Like, I'll tell you guys my experience with it, for those who don't know. People in the server know. So you see Mari sitting here. So you know how this Mari specifically ended up in here? So, when I first got to the facility, they were repeating the Mari event when this facility came out. So I had 5 extra Maris. So I threw 3 Maris in here because if you put in 3 ultra rares in, I think it's 3, or is it 4? No, it's 3. I think if you put 3 ultra rares in, you get 1 back. Or was it? I don't remember.
I don't know because I never tried it.
Yeah, I tried it that one time, but basically I exchanged to get 1 ultra rare back. So I put 3 or 4 Maris in here, I don't remember. And I got, literally, like, out of all the stuff in the pool, all this stuff here, the guaranteed ultra rare I got back, they gave me another fucking Mari. So I gave them, literally, 3 Maris to get 1 back. And that's the Mari sitting in here right now. She lives here. It's her home. And she's the reminder for me to never use exchange. Because I traded 3 for 1. I could have just kept my damn Maris and not used it at all.
Yeah, yeah, and that could have been your enchantment for your supporters too.
Yeah, it was literally 9 enchantment mats down the toilet. Like, so I don't screw with this system, man. Like, this sucks. And then this, okay, so like all these are launch facilities, and they're all fine. But stuff they've added out after launch for facilities has been trash. So we talked enough about the trash ass exchange. It fucking sucks a donkey dick. Now we're gonna come over and look at this other travesty. Or this one. Dispatch is trash too. And you know, people say, oh, it's mats for new players. But really, what the fuck is a new player gonna do with 6 of these? Like, that wasn't enough when I was new. It's not enough now. It wasn't enough at middle game. This is trash from day one. Like, the stuff in here is trash. And there is worthwhile stuff. Like, you can get gems, you can get gacha coins and stuff. But I'll be real, I've never gotten 1 rotation coin from here, and I think I've gotten a gacha coin once. And gems pop up every
single coin.
Yeah, gems pop up every now and then, but it's like it's not worth it. And that's another thing. Like, people have actually brought this 500 gem to unlock the rank 30, and they've had it for like 3 to 4 months, and it's still the like dispatch total still hasn't given them a total of 500 gems. Like, it hasn't paid for itself. So that's why it stays locked for me. I'm not gonna throw 500 gems at it, even if I buy like, you know, tens of thousands of gems when I whale. I will never give this 500. I'm just not gonna do it. It's not worth it.
Yeah, and for some people that bought it because they added the gacha coins, they didn't bother. It still hasn't paid them back, basically.
Yeah, it just doesn't pay you back. It's not conducive. It's not really rewarding. It's just like you send out your characters, your supporters rather. You can't use the supporters while they're out there, which sucks. And you think they would have taken care, because when you have, like, okay, so if I look at we'll say this facility here. Alright. See Koronai, she's chilling there. If I want to play Koronai, I can go play her. Just because she's in here doesn't mean I can't use her. But for some reason, with Dispatch, they're just like, oh, you can't use the supporters. Like, you think they would, like, follow their original idea of letting you use stuff and just let you play these while they're in here. But for whatever reason, they don't. And it doesn't give them any experience. It doesn't give them any affection. They're just here doing menial tasks for hours. Like, you know, even if you read the task, like Intel mission for 14 hours. So what is she going to like Verizon and listening to people's orders? Like, you know, like what are these? Like Intel mission easy, and this is Intel mission normal. Why do they both take 14 hours? It's like just stupid, randomly generated, mundane tasks for your Taimanin to do. So I don't know, man. Like, the point I'm trying to make with these facilities that we have here, if you talk about dispatch and exchange, I am not excited about them adding another one. I'm just not. Like, it's just no. Like, that's the last thing anyone wants. All we want is an in-game. And if they're not going to make us a new in-game, like, just let us repeat the damn tower. Like, I know they said they won't, so this is just a fart in the wind and they're not going to listen. But, like, how hard is it to let people do tower over with no rewards? Like, we don't even want rewards. We just want a place to use our in-game characters and practice. Because bonus is too easy. Everything under bonus is too easy. And tower is the only place where you can go, okay, let me go in here and see how my character stacks up. But once you beat it, that's it. It's done. And the answer to that is to give us a facility. Like, so many veteran players have been talking lately about how the game is kind of like, you know, they feel like they don't have much to do because there's not much to do. It's like, it's just what it is. So I don't know. Like, I don't know, man. Seeing that just like, It really ruffled my feathers. Like it fucking grinds my gears, man. Like a new facility. Of all the things they could have given us, a new facility. And that like just like salt in an old wound, and they just took and twisted it with their thumb. Like, hey Mari, you remember those facilities from last year? Get a load of this. And I'm just like, why? Why? Like, what? I want to know what is going on in their minds. Like, and I was talking to Ultra about it because Grimmery, what is like a Korean company, and
Yeah,
he
it's Korean.
like pretty much I won't reveal what he does, but his day job, you know, he was talking about certainly dealing with certain companies and Oriental companies, especially like you know Chinese, Korean. They're the type that like he said they need to be dying for them to accept anyone else's idea. Like they don't want to just like if you say do this, it's better for business. They'll be like, no, we're doing it my way. And that's kind of the logic Grimmery seems to be using, where it's just my way or the highway. Like, you guys want tower? Too bad, here's a facility. You guys want in-game? Too bad, here's some events. You know, here's some events that you'll finish in a day or two, and then you'll have nothing to do for the whole March 8th event. So it's like, it's almost like they're just going to do what they're going to do, regardless of what we say and want. So, really ranting right now, like I said, I'm in an echo chamber, literally farting and smelling my own farts, because it's like there's nothing me saying here. Like, well, nothing I say is gonna change it, and it's not gonna make the game better. But I had to vent about it because it's like a new facility is just the worst thing you could add, especially if it tries to take gems from the players.
Yeah, it's basically it's a loss. It's a loss for everyone basically.
Yeah, and if it's UR Magatama, that's just no good, man. I was trying to think of other things that could make it positive. So, like, in Honkai Impact, they have, like, a series of, like, weapons and, like, supporters, just to make it simple. You know, they'll call them what AT would call them. But there's, like, a series of free-to-play weapons and supporters that you can craft in that game. And you collect mats in-game to craft them, and that stuff isn't in gacha. It's, like, crafted only. So maybe it could be a facility that has, like, a free-to-play line of weapons, kind of like the PvP weapons that are maybe super rare. I don't know. Maybe some super rare supporters, but like super rares are so shit now. Except for like the critical damage ones. I don't even think that's good. But maybe it's some sort of line of gear that people can craft it and not have to worry about pulling gacha to get some sort of power on their account. But even then, like, what sort of mats is that going to take? They're not going to make it cheap. They're not going to make it easy. You know, so, I don't know. You want to chime in, Tack? I'm just ranting. Like,
I generally don't know what they're gonna add. I don't know if it's just a supporter facility. That would be only a good thing. But I generally don't know what else I can think of from the top of my head.
I like the idea of free gachas if they're like some special banners that come with this that, you know, we can pull from. That just costs 0. But I think what they're gonna do is they're just gonna give us like tickets.
No, I do expect them to give us tickets, I would say.
Yeah, like they're just gonna be like, here's some super rare tickets or some shit. Because I know they're not gonna shower us with ultra rare tickets. That's way too generous. I can imagine them giving us like super rare tickets, like some gachas. Maybe they'll do like 10 tickets a day for 10 days for 100 pulls, and they'll be super rare tickets. So maybe you'll get an ultra rare, but probably not. But free gachas is never a bad thing. The various events, again, it's just too vague. Like, I don't know if they're going to repeat events. I don't know if they're going to have like a waifu war setup where we have that sort of event. I don't know if they're going to just have like new events running simultaneously. Like, only time can tell. And out of everything that's listed here, they're not talking about the elephant in the room, that damn Asuka supporter. That's what I really need to know about. I got people asking me, what does it do? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like, I wish I knew. I don't know. I care more about that than this facility. I want to know what the new Asuka do. But, I don't know. I think that's it. I think I'm done. I got it out of my system. I should have cursed more, so let's see. Shit ass, damn fuck, bitch ass, motherfucker, cunt, slut, skin, core, bitch. There! That's how I feel about this. I had to get my cursing out. Okay. Got any last words, Tack? Before I curse some more?
No, not like you to do that. No, I need to see what the new facility they're gonna add. I need to see what it's gonna be basically, because I can't just judge it until it comes out basically.
Oh, I
Because
sure
if
as
it's
hell
like,
can and will judge it and look like an asshole later if it's good. I don't care. Don't care what any of these fucks think. Don't give a shit. When I see the word new facility, nope, nope. You already, like, dude, it's like sticking your hand in the garbage disposal. Like, the first time it was an accident, the second time you were curious why it didn't hurt so bad the first time, and the third time you're just an idiot. This is what this is. We already got a freaking exchange. It sucked. We got dispatch. It sucks. And this is the third time. Guess what? It's most likely going to suck. It's because history repeats itself, and history says that facilities suck. I'm hoping it's just something that doesn't invade on like what in-game players are doing. I hope it's not some new means of progression. I hope it's not like, oh, ultra rare Magatamas are some stupid shit where you have to give it like 10 enchanting mats to make an item to like make another item that lets your enchanting go past plus 15. Imagine that. You could just like, oh, let me put like 20 green ultra rare enchanting mats in here to make one of this other mat that lets me enchant past plus 15. You know people would be pissed. if the cap goes past 15, like I'd be so stressed out. And again, like if it costs any sort of gems, I'm already put off by it. Because I can see it now, like, oh, level this facility. The first level up is 50 gems, and everyone's like, oh, that's not bad. And the second level up's 250 gems, and they're like, what? And then the third level up's like 1,000 gems, and you just look at the screen, and you're like, well, I'll never do that. There's a whole lot of ways this could go wrong, Tack. I'm just saying.
dude, I just need to see what the facility's gonna be, though. I just need to see.
No, you're supposed to bitch with me.
I'll bitch about it when it comes out, basically.
You're supposed to be angry along with me. We're supposed to be disgruntled customers. That's the play here. We have to make Mimi cry today. Alright, no, but that's it. Like,
That's it.
that's the consensus we came to on the server. Everyone kind of bitched a little bit and made jokes, and, you know, they got their bitching out, and then it just came to the point where we have to wait and see. But I was hoping TAC would be a little more up in arms. I'm up in arms, man. I don't want to see a new facility. I don't want to see ultra rare Magatamas. Like, there are people out there, and like I see still working on some super rare sets. Like, why would oh man, I would hate to see like ultra rares added. Oh, that would be so bad. Okay, we're done. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for coming on, TAC, and not getting angry. I had to be angry enough for the both of us. That's coming out of your paycheck that you don't get.
I don't get one.
I know, I said that you don't get. He's like, I don't get one. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Tell me what you think of the news. Like, overall, I'm hopeful about it, but I'm just saying, like, if it goes bad, you heard it here, like, it could possibly be a terrible thing. And I just wanted to give my initial thoughts on the update before it happens, because I fucking hate new facilities. They've never done any favors for anyone. And they screwed everyone over before Enchanting hit the game, so I don't want a repeat of something like that. So I guess the takeaway from this video is, with the new facility, if it takes any sort of mats that you think you have a lot of and you start throwing them in there, probably think twice before you do that, because you don't know what they're going to do to make you need those mats later. And I'll leave it at that. If you guys enjoyed it, like and subscribe as it really helps out, and be sure to hit the bell because the algorithm is freaking exchange facility. It's garbage. And with that, you boys and gals, take care. Have a great rest of your day. And I'll catch you tomorrow with another video. Toodles!